look at Bombardier today. So Bombardier today was down about 172 percentage. If you look at the chart, actually, if you look at the chart, it was not there wasn't any huge selling and buying, than trading today, but the stock just went down. Bombardier, if you didn't know, they actually have sold other assets, just like last week. In fact, on Friday, I think they completely did. Now, that's one of the updates. Actually, I want to update you on that. Is a promise I'll bring you any update that I know on this stock, because they keep selling things, so we have to keep our eyes open on it to see what more they're gonna sell. Are they going to sell everything? Eventually sell the whole company? We don't know. But so before we go to what Bombardier actually has sold, I'll update you on the market news. Actually, let's go to it. So this is a report. Bombardier sells Mexico wiring business to Latecoere. So this is a news. Wiring department isn't a huge part of Bombardier, but it's something. It's something. Bombardier has sold its aerospace wiring business in Mexico. This is in Mexico, in Querétaro, to a French company which is called Latecoere. For 45 million. Originally Bombardier wanted 50 million, but of course negotiation, this company I think didn't agree with 50 million. So they say, well, we're gonna give 45, and then they eventually accept it. And this business used to only make wiring, so they do harness. If you don't know about aviation, what they do is, like, of course, part of modern aircraft is all about wiring, right? The satellite and Wi-Fi and all that. So it's like, why is a big component of aircraft or modern aircrafts? So this company was building those and provide to Bombardier, of course, Bombardier fleets and third subcontractors. So now they sold it. Actually, they wanted the 60 million. No, they wanted 50 million. They gave 45. But this business itself generated about 60 million annually. And of course, it has about 500 people that it hires. So those people, of course, they won't be part of Bombardier. They're gonna negotiate or something. So the French company maybe will give a job. Majority of those people, they are Mexican and some Canadians. We come here. The deal actually was the negotiation started in December 2019. So of course, it's been ongoing for about a year now. So by 2020, I think they agree. Yeah. So the other thing is, what they say according to this thing is that Bombardier will continue to receive parts, from that company, because they have long-term agreement. So they'll still receive the part for their global 700. But that company, EWIS, which was Bombardier. EWIS is just a system. It's like a wiring. It's an acronym. So EWIS, the program itself was for CRJ, Canada Regional Jet, was for Airbus, was for different other companies that Bombardier make and give to them. But now, of course, the French is taking it, so the profit, that 60 million, Bombardier won't have it. So pretty much what I can say is Bombardier is losing 60 million in revenue, or annual revenue, to the French company, because they sold it. So that 60 million is going to be part of Bombardier. So I'm thinking it might be one of these was a company's ticket going down. But however, Bombardier will still receive those parts for the Global 7500, which is the jet that Bombardier is going to focus on it. Right? So that's the news about Bombardier. That's the update on Bombardier. On other update, we'll go on the market today. As you can see, Bombardier, of course, was down almost 2%. But in general, overall, Canadian market, TSX was pushed up, of course, by oil and airliner companies. We can see it's almost flat, about 132 right now, and you can see the S&P 500 was about 1%. The loser today was the Nasdaq. Look at that, that's a 2%. So for people who wants to buy the tech stock, you know, I'll give you ticker symbol. It's a QQQ. That's one of the biggest ETF that invests in the Nasdaq 100. I think that's a good. This is a good deal. Me personally, I'm going to buy this tomorrow. I'm going to buy the QQQ. I own QQQ, and I will buy more share because that's like almost 3%. And here in Canada, if you have Canadian currency, you can buy. Here in Canada, there is another ticker symbol is XQQQ. This is iShare. It's from iShare Nasdaq 100. So you can buy that one if you want to, but I think this is a good deal. For Nasdaq is going down, I'm buying more because you can see Dow didn't stay flat, actually went up a little bit. And so why the Nasdaq went down so much, look into that. You can see if we come here, look at that stock market activity. You can see the Nasdaq, of course, some company that reported earning, and you know, like it was just a bad day. Look at those companies, they lost big. See this company, for example, ABIX, is, you know, look at that, 40%. Look at this company, 23%, 22. That's why it went down, because you have to understand the Nasdaq invests only in 100 companies. They mean the Nasdaq QQ 400, of course, only has many stocks, but the ticker symbol I just gave it to you, the Q, invests in the biggest tech companies, you know, in the world. So it's a good thing. But this is where Nasdaq actually went down, because all these stocks, there's so many companies that they report earning, and they went down. Look at 44%. That's a big company. That's a huge chunk. And of course, there's some winners, but that's a big loser. If we look at the biggest company, of course, other than QQQ, there was a Tesla, lost about 8%, Apple was 2%, Amazon was down, Microsoft, and these are the biggest 10 biggest heavyweight in the Nasdaq. So of course, if this guy went down, of course the Nasdaq will do really bad. So because of this, I'm very happy that I'll be able to buy the Nasdaq on sale tomorrow. So that's it for Bombardier. If it's your first time on this channel, just make sure you subscribe, and please, if you like this video, hit the like button. I always bring these market update or daily market update for whenever I can. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. Till we meet again. Bye bye.